Hi everybody, welcome to my tube. My name is Sheri, and today we are doing a hashtag not sponsored review of Inkbox. And it's not sponsored because my channel doesn't usually get sponsors, and that's okay. That's okay. So, Inkbox is a temporary tattoo company, I guess, and what makes them different from usual temporary tattoos is that instead of it looking like a sort of sticker that you have in your hand and you can keep it for a week and then like if you rub it, it comes off, with Inkbox it sort of feels like actual ink in your skin. So in one aspect it kind of looks more like an actual tattoo, and it lasts like kind of around 2 weeks depending on sort of how much you wash or like scrub that area. Usually tattoos on your hands just in general don't seem to last that long, but it does last longer than like one of those stick-on tattoos. So I have the Freehand ink, which I got like a while ago, so I still haven't finished using all of it, so there's like a lot in here. And if you're someone like me who kind of likes just writing on your arm and generally likes to do things yourself, getting the freehand ink is pretty cool. If you're someone who isn't that good at art, or there's like a design you have in mind that you probably don't have the skills to do, you can go on their website and there's a lot of already done designs you can buy, and then I think those apply on sort of like the regular temporary tattoos, but they still stay on longer and they still look like real tattoos with ink in your skin. So far it only comes, I think, in this like bluish color, which is pretty cute. I'll be honest, I really like the color. I know some people might like I don't know, the colorful tattoos. I don't think they have ink for that out yet, but yeah, so I did this all myself, and I know like it's not the most skillfully done thing, but I do like it. And the reason I like temporary tattoos that look real instead of getting real tattoos is because of 3 major points. 1, I am very indecisive. So I usually will like something and then we'll be like, but do I want this or do I want that? And then next week I might change my mind, and it's just like really confusing. So I feel like if I got a tattoo, it would not stop until like this whole arm was just filled, and it'd be like different things, and I don't even know if it would look good together. And that's why I sort of like this, because I sort of can change it up every 2 weeks, and if I have a design I like, I'll do it for 2 weeks, and then if I like it again, I'll redo it, and if I didn't like it, I'll get something new. And so that's why I'd rather stick with the temporary stuff. The second reason is I am not good at dealing with physical pain. So I know when some people get like IV shots or like flu shots, they won't really feel it, but it is always painful for me. So I just have like a general fear of needles, and I don't like pain, which means that I don't know if I can handle getting a tattoo, or like a big tattoo that's filled in and detailed, because that feels like, from what I've heard, like a lot of pain, and I don't know if I can just like force myself to sit there and get that done. And then the third reason is I am broke. No explanation needed, I guess. And so, yeah, let's just look at the stuff I've done. Now, this was from a day ago, I think, and these two are from like 2 to 3 days ago. I don't really remember that well. We have Deja Vu, and then a smiley face that's meant to be it originally meant to be Koro Sensei's face, if you guys know Assassination Classroom, but I'm not like good at drawing, you guys, okay, I can't figure out how to hold this the right way up, but I'm not good at drawing like his mouth with the teeth, because I feel like with something this small, I don't know if I can get all the teeth. So we just have a regular smiley face, and then the moon, which, because I like Sailor Moon, so. And then we have like another one here, which says Lost One, which is from an Epic High song. I used to love writing song titles or just songs I liked. I'd write lyrics or song titles just on my arms. And I don't do it much anymore but yeah, general mood. And also a plus and a minus, and that's from a French phrase that I will not try to say, but for those of you that know it, you know it. And for those of you that can say it, leave it in the comments, I guess. And Deja Vu is also, I think this would work. Deja Vu is also a song title by one of my favorite artists. And yeah, so as you can see, it comes out pretty dark. It does kind of depend on how much you fill in and how long you leave it on for, I think. They suggest you leave it on for about an hour. That sometimes works and sometimes doesn't work. I'm not sure like what I'm doing right or wrong, but as you can see, like this was done at the same time, but this area is not as dark as this area. So maybe for those of you who get the instruction book, read that over carefully, because I didn't when I got it, and now I lost it, and so this is probably my own fault. Also, when you get the gloves, you might think you don't need the gloves, but I suggest wearing the gloves because stuff like this can happen, where like you sort of place your hand on an already dried bit and for some reason it still comes off. I don't wear the gloves and I don't really care if I get like marks on my other hand or anywhere else, but if you are someone that's like really cares about perfection and all that, probably wear your gloves while you're doing this, like you should. But yeah, generally speaking, this goes on and then you leave it on for an hour and then you kind of like peel it off, and you're supposed to take like a wet tissue and then rub the place just a bit so you get the excess off. And it's supposed to, when you put it on and then you take it off, you don't really see anything on your hand or wherever you put it, and you're kind of like, wait, did it not work? But it starts out like clear, and then over time it forms color. So like over a period of 24 hours, that's when the color forms, and then slowly over the period of 2 weeks it fades away. So generally speaking, it usually works fine. If you guys like do it and it doesn't work fine, I don't know how to help that, so you can ask the company. But for me, generally it works out fine. Yeah, so if you're like me and you're indecisive or you don't like pain, but you still like putting art on your body or putting whatever on your body, because it is your own body and you should be able to do whatever you want with it as long as it's within your own comfort zones and you're not hurting yourself, then you should try this out. If you're like me and you kind of want to handle it yourself, get the Freehand ink. If you don't want to handle it yourself, they have a lot of designs by different artists. You can check that out on their website. Once again, this is not sponsored in any way. I only am recommending something that I personally like. So there you have it. I don't know what that move was meant to be. And so thank you all for watching this video, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye bye.